So, hi Chris, how are you doing?
Good, good, Claudio. How are you?
I have a few questions. First, it's about the inspiration.
Creative disruption. It's not a normal dial. There's lots going on with the facets and how the dial is created. Help accentuate those elements and those structures on the dial to create something that's bright and colorful. And when you look at that in such a dark case, and when you see the movement underneath, it kind of complements the dark kind of colors and tones of the watch, as well as the bright popping kind of artistic elements that I've added on top. So and every single one is going to be hand painted. Every one is going to be different. Everyone's going to be unique. So and that's what I love doing about this, that it's a piece unique of a limited edition, so everybody has their own little kind of walking architectural gallery on their wrist, which is really fun.
Can you walk us through a little bit the process where you go from the blank dial to the finished product?
First of all is trying to prep the dials, and that normally requires either a primer or sometimes even a clear coat primer, so the paint can kind of bite into the metalwork. And then on top of that, I can start airbrushing and hand painting different elements. Be creative and unique with either the strokes that you make or the hand movements that you do. You add a color, you take a look at it, and you start to feel the own personality of the dial. So sometimes a dial might have a wee bit more yellow, or another dial might have a wee bit more purple.
How did you start your artistic career, and what led you to specialize in painting watch dials?
Maybe go 8 years ago. Always loved watches, and I had a watch, and I wanted to try and make that something special for myself. And I painted my dial, shoved it on a Reddit forum, and then started to gain a lot of interest and traction from that. And that slowly started to build up to working on different watches, doing some private commissions for people. That's 8 years in the making to where I've come to this point now, speaking with you and working with Code41.
What made you want to collaborate with Code41?
Working with a brand where you can come and you can speak to yourself, the CEO, the owner, and the foundation of this company. You're very attainable, you're very approachable, you have a passion for what you do, and that passion is evident in the people that work for you as well as the watches that you produce. There's many brands that don't have that creative element that you can speak to, and they're like, oh, well, we need to think about this and the history of this and the history of that. And whereas Code41 is more a case of like, yeah, let's see what happens, let's go for it, and I think that's why it's been a pleasure, and it's been a joy to work with you guys.
This kind of collaboration is all about that, it's people first, and then there is a result charged with all the history that we created around it. Thank you, Chris, and talk to you soon then.
Thank you, Claudio. See you soon.